people do not understand, like, you think being a teacher is cute until you get in the field, okay? It is like, I don't know. It's like Tyson against me. I'm getting up in there. That's the eye I give to the guys who look interested in me at the club. I was just joking. Fuck them niggas. I don't know. I don't want to say that either. I'm open and excited for what is coming next. All right, guys. Hey, and welcome back to Point Blank Period. You already know who it is. It is your girl, your sister, and your best friend, 777 AM. Here again, y'all. Happy 2026. I am a year older. Oh, my God. Which is totally fine. But I think at this point in my life, I'm just coming to grips with letting go of my dream, beyond the American dream, letting go of my fantasy of what I thought life would be at this age. Like, I thought I would have like 3 kids. I thought I would be married and all that. I think the biggest great part of that is a lot of what I'm seeing in these marriages and relationships is so bad. And our grandparents, they had horrible relationships. Our cousins and aunts and all of them, they were dealing with men who were total trash. And I feel happy and liberated in the fact that I'm not dealing with their ass. I feel like dealing with me is enough. And if I can find my vibrational match out there, I'm definitely down and I'm going, okay? If he's rocking, I'm rolling. But if I cannot, I'm fine with that too. And I think that a lot of guys are not. I try to stop myself before I say bad things, but the truth is the truth. A lot of guys are not our vibrational match right now. These men are completely spoiled rotten in the most disgusting way, to which for a lot of us women, especially if you're successful, you're doing your thing, you're doing well, it's very difficult to find your vibrational match out here. Trust me, I've been looking, okay? I literally was at the club for, what was it? Super Bowl Sunday. And I was talking to this girl, and it just made me feel so happy and so great and so validated, right? So this girl just comes up to me and starts talking to me, and she's like, oh, my God, what is wrong with these Chicago men? Like, they must be gay because these guys are just staring at us this whole time. They've been staring at us for hours, and nobody walked over. Nobody offered a drink, nothing. And me being me, I'm just like, girl, guys, you know, it takes a lot for them to try to talk to me. Whatever, it's fine. Especially being a bigger girl. You get used to meeting them in person and then getting a text message on Facebook or Instagram, or they're finding you somewhere and they want to try to chill and talk then. If we was in the same vicinity and you didn't want to talk to me in public, sorry, Charlie, it's no fucking way. I'm not going. I just cannot live like that. I don't want to. I'll never shortchange myself. I don't care if I'm 345 pounds. I don't care if I'm 568 pounds. And all the girls on my 500-pound life have good men, okay? So you're not going to do me like that, all right? So with that being said, I don't even know why I went down that rabbit hole. I am a year older. I am happy. I am learning to be happy with where I am right now. And I think that's wonderful. So if you are out there, you are single and you don't have nobody, it's fine, girl. Just chill. Either you'll find your vibrational match or you'll live a happy ass life. Either way, you're going to win, okay? So for this episode, y'all, we might talk about a celebrity or two, sprinkle them in maybe, but we're not just going hard on them right now. I think right now, I don't know what time it is in the world. Kelly told me it was Aries moon or some shit. Hey, we're going inward, okay? I can talk about Coley Ray all day long. I've been gaslit my own self, so I cannot sit up here and yuck your yum, girl. Enjoy it. It was the most wonderful few months of my life with that man. It was funny. It was fun. He loved me, and I loved him. And it went down in flames. But I am appreciative for the time that we had. So let's just talk about some stuff. I think this episode, we're just going to have girl talk. Let's have girl talk. Let's have girl or boy or people talk. We're going to call it people talk in this day and age. Number one, I want to talk about healing without announcing it. I think in 2025, a lot of people have been taking steps back and stuff and trying to heal, but it is totally fine. And I think it is like, when you really want to heal, the best thing you could do is not talk about it and not announce it, because people might start holding you to standards that you're not ready for. Your steps are your steps. Your life is your life. And if you are ready to heal, we know you're ready to heal because it's not a part of every Facebook status you post. It's literally like you could see it happening, but we don't have to hear about it, right? So like glowing up quietly. Okay, you might get a TikTok video coming soon, but we glowing up quietly. We're taking our time so that people don't rush us, and then like we don't rush ourselves and ruin it. Sometimes when we're healing and all that, we rush ourselves and we want to be at the finish line, and we kind of ruin it because once we feel we're at the finish line, we stop doing the real work that it takes to really heal and be who we want to be. Yeah, you got a lifetime to heal. It's definitely a lot of ebbs and flows. And I think a lot of people, I don't know, maybe especially nowadays, we want to hear an apology. We want our closure and our clarity from that person. But I think true healing is knowing that you can have closure without having a conversation. Like, I don't have to sit up with you and talk to you about what X, Y, and Z or how X, Y, and Z made me feel, because 9 times out of 10, the main people that we're looking for an apology from are not ready to give us what we need. So then you're allowing these people to stop your healing because they're not giving you what you feel like you needed. They're not giving you that clarity. They're not giving you that closure. Real closure is just meditating on it and finding closure within yourself, because these people are not going to give you what you want, okay? So we're going to call this our Protecting Our Peace era. 2026, I feel like it's going to be so great, even though it is not started so wonderful. I feel like the world is like in shambles right now, and I want to blame Trump, but I feel like it's partially Trump. He's trumping it right now. But I think it's so many other things that's like happening before our eyes. Like Hollywood is falling before our eyes. The Epstein files are finally out. People have been begging to know what the heck happened, to know about the Epstein files. They're finally out. Now we can see it. And it's a lot of shockers going on. Shout out to all the MJ fans, because I love me some Michael Jackson. And I feel like the media killed his legacy in the end for all falsehoods. Like all the stuff with the kids and the he's at the Never Neverland with the kids, and now it's coming out that actually he was trying to save those kids. Like, and remember the stories we used to watch on 2020 and Dateline, and they used to have all the celebrity kids who would go to Never Neverland Ranch, and they'd be like, oh, this kid, he must have brainwashed them. They're just lying. Because they would just literally be sitting up here and saying, oh, Michael Jackson never touched me. He's the only person that protected me. He's actually trying to help me. Mm-hmm. And now, in 2026, we finally find out, after the man is dead for years, that he murdered, right? He literally was only trying to protect these children. I don't know. It might help everyone put Hollywood in perspective. And it kind of, for a person, I don't know if I'm even trying to break into Hollywood. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just enjoying my life. For all the new content creators, I don't know. It's kind of like putting into perspective what fame is and what it comes with, or maybe what we don't want, what we're going to stand up against, maybe. Because it's a lot going on. So that was a lot. Let's keep it going. When we're talking about all this stress and all this stuff, we're healing, but we're also, it's a struggle to heal when you feel broke. Like, what the hell? Like, we are doing our best to get our bags together, but 2026 is raping our bank account. Like, time after time after time after time again, I said no, and they keep taking it from me. Okay, I'm looking at my bank account like, what the happened? 2026 is happening repeatedly to my bank account, and it is not giving. So I have been, first of all, I need to limit my TikTok. But I have been overly TikToking like thrifty stuff to try to keep my lifestyle on a point where I want it to be. But at the same time, not pay so much into this reality we're currently living in. Everything is expensive. I feel like people who are even making six figures right now are just like rethinking things. And people who have a family, meaning like if you have children, I don't even know how you guys are doing it. I don't get it. I don't know. Because I feel like and maybe 2025 was expensive too, but I feel like 2026 is a different type of expensive. It's like everything. Like, what? Why are a bag of chips $1? Like, everything is just over the top. And I don't know what to do about it. I do not have the body to dance. So that's not a type of income I can have. Okay, I am not ready or willing to do, what is that called that people do? I'm not ready or willing to do OnlyFans right now. Unless I can do an OnlyFans where I do like a bingo night every night. But it's like, girl, wait, you talking about bra and panties and a mask. I was thinking fully clothed, people who enjoy bingo. But yeah, that's the only way. It has to be like sexualized in some type of way because, like I said, nobody is dating right now. These guys don't want to pay anything for, like, look, they do not want to pay $25 a drink at the club. And I get it because that's expensive as ever to pay $25 for every girl you think is cute. So instead of that, they go home and pay $3.99 a week to watch somebody do whatever they do on their OnlyFans. I've never been on OnlyFans before. I've only heard about it, and I've wanted to sneak peek and see what people are actually doing, but I can only imagine what people are actually doing. And that is interesting. Oh, freeze. I said I was not going to talk about celebrities, but what is that guy's name? He's a culture vulture, and he just came out. And I shouldn't even be talking about this, but I'm still going to talk about it because I feel like he's a culture vulture and he has the nerve to turn his back on Jay-Z, who I don't love Jay-Z. I mean, Jay-Z is Jay-Z. Vlad. Oh, my God. And Vlad just exposed Jay-Z because he did not pay him his monthly amount. That tells you that he has no respect for the culture. He literally is only doing it for the money, and he exposed everything and everyone. Everybody's like, okay, Vlad got to watch his back. Vlad got to watch his back. Of course Vlad has to watch his back because, damn, he overexposed everything. And I think he exposed it in a way that he might be safe for a while. He talked about the judges, the doctor, the guy who stabbed, I'm about to say Trey Songz up, the guy who stabbed Tory Lanez at the jail. Like, everybody has been getting paid, including the podcasters, which totally makes sense because when you constantly see all these podcasters saying the same thing, going with the same narrative, interviewing the same people, it makes sense that it is some money going around. Yeah.
The platform has just changed. Now it's not ads on TV or
radio.
Shows or
yeah.
Radio. Now it's what is the dominating form of media right now,
which is podcasts and Vlad. Yeah. And he's been a culture vulture. And do I think what Jay-Z did or what he's alleging Jay-Z is doing was okay? No. But if you are a part of the problem, how dare you just decide because you didn't get your $50,000 deposit that you're going to ruin this man? I think that's fucked up. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking that Vlad is wrong. But I think if Vlad wanted to do the right thing, he should have did the right thing a long time ago. Like, he shouldn't have started once the check didn't clear. Right. So that tells me that if you are a person who watches Vlad, if you support him in any type of way, just for the fact that he has no morals and values and was willing to put a black man in jail, not even put him in jail, to support a black man being jailed for something that he did not do, and then after that, support it up until the payment doesn't clear, it just says something totally crazy about his character. And if you support him, it says something about your character too, especially if you're black. because Vlad does not care about black people. No offense. Yeah, but let's ease on down the road to black woman burnout, and I am literally there. If you cannot see it in my eyes, let me open them up. These lashes make my eyes fall a little bit. Yes, oh my God, I'm so freaking exhausted trying to be like competent, trying to be everything to everyone, and then like not being spoiled by my man. Like, on top of trying to overdo everything in the work sphere, it's like to come home and still have to work and to still have to do stuff and still have to be a part of the family and not being spoiled by my man. That's just problematic for me, especially since I'm serious, girl, especially since Valentine's Day just happened. I'm like, dang. And then I watched this lady. Okay, it was her take on Galentine's Day and how Galentine's Day is so gay and these girls is just, and no offense to anybody, whatever lifestyle you have, it's fine. I'm just repeating what I heard the lady say. And it's basically Galentine's Day is a time when girls who are non-loved or non-lovable get together and just like a hen house, just laugh and talk and just dance and twerk on each other, blah, 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 whatever. First of all, I would love to meet this lady's man because your man is probably currently cheating on you. I just feel like maybe he's not cheating on you, but I feel like majority of the women that I know do not have good relationships. They do not have relationships that I want. They do not have men that I feel like, wow, that's a great guy. Like, it's a very small percentage of women who have those type of relationships. So for you to talk about women who are celebrating themselves and having a good time, and let's put a pin there, because a lot of the women I know who are having Galentine's and did all this, they have men, okay? They have somebody that they going out with. It's not just they're only doing this with the girls. That's not it for them. They're doing this maybe the weekend before to have a little fun with their friends, and then they can go out with their man. What is this? Why is it so bad for women to celebrate or celebrate each other? Why is that gay? But they were saying like if men had Galentine's, we would feel different. Y'all men can do whatever y'all want to do. I don't care. I mean, if you want to wear matching boxer briefs with your friends and have a party at your house, that's totally fine. I think, yeah, stereotypically, there are some things that happen that we feel like are feminine, and there are some things that we feel like are masculine. I feel like if you're able to curate a masculine Galentine's Day, that'll be great. Or if you want to mix it up and have an interesting Valentine's Day, that's fine too. But it's like, don't yuck my yum. Don't make me feel bad just because I'm going out and I'm enjoying my friends. I just feel like that was so bogus, and that was definitely not a girl's girl. And I know I just would love to see something or hear something about your relationship. So for you to talk about women and saying that we're just all gay and we're all this, and no, that doesn't mean we're gay. And I get where you're coming from. Yes, maybe some of the Valentine's Day girls' outfits were a little too sexy, but wear what you want to wear. Like, we don't have to sexualize every single thing. It is what it is. Even though I can be honest and say, I do not like the new trend of girls going outside in booty shorts, boy shorts, outside in the light. Like, if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I see the bottom of your booty cheek hanging out of your shorts, I'm not sexualizing you. You're sexualizing yourself. Pull the motherfuckers down or put something else on. Like, I don't know. I think it is a thing of decency that we're kind of shying away from in this day and age. But I also can't yuck your yum. Hey, maybe I don't want to see your booty cheeks, but maybe your booty cheeks being out makes you feel like a strong, powerful woman. And if it does, shout out to you. But with that being said, let's keep it moving to the things we don't admit out loud. So as a woman or as a human, I think some of this stuff isn't just woman stuff. I feel like there are so many things that we don't admit out loud. Because my mom was a counselor or a therapist, It was certain stuff that she used to try to like tell me that you should just say it and just release it and let it go. So I think that has been one of my, I want to call it a tradition, but I don't know, way of being, one of my ways of being. Pray for me, guys. I'm tired and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm a black woman who's going through so much stress right now, and I'm doing it all on my own. But with that being said, things we don't admit, I feel like a lot of times we don't admit jealousy when we're jealous of what somebody is doing or how they're doing it. And I feel like it's so freeing and it's a great thing to do. Like, if I'm jealous of somebody, I let them know that, and then I keep it going so that I can release my jealousy, so that they can know, so I can know that they know, and I can move on. And if I'm that jealous, I can do something about it, meaning like get my shit together and do something similar.
And at that point, the jealousy turns to inspiration.
Yeah. And that point, the jealousy is inspiration, and we all love to be inspired, okay? Which leads us to the second thing that we don't say out loud, comparison. And we know that comparison is a thief of all joy. But like you said, the comparison can lead to inspiration. You could be looking at yourself, looking at what you have going on, and if you're comparing it and it's not stacking up, go ahead and make you a plan to get what you want. Sometimes a lot of us, we stop at the jealousy part and we're just like, you just get mad and you just ruin your life, or you waste your life comparing yourself and being jealous of somebody, when you can have that too. If you have those gifts, use them. That's what you're here for, to use those gifts, okay? So, number 3. I would say the next thing we don't admit out loud is wanting to quit your job. And especially as a teacher, y'all, I really, really, really pray some type of way I can find a job making $250,000 a year where I can do what I enjoy, do what I love, and then not have to worry about money, and also not have to teach in the same capacity that I'm teaching in now, because I do enjoy my job. But the little stuff, the constant layers of extra shit that's being added to my plate, which is unreasonable and like ridiculous, I wish I didn't have to do that. So do I love kids? Would I still work with kids in some capacity? Absolutely. But being a teacher for a mainstream company, I would definitely try to do something else. I just make me a little program or something like that, because people do not understand. Like, you think being a teacher is cute until you get in the field, okay? It is like, I don't know. It's like Tyson against me. I'm getting fucked up in there. I think I'm strong. I practice. I prepared myself, and this man is taking me down, okay? He's like to the head so many times. At this point, first round, I'm just laying down. I'm hoping somebody would please drag me out of this bitch, because, hey, I'm doing my best, and it's not giving, okay? Man. Number 4, I feel like it's feeling behind, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like everybody that I talk to, like all my friends, we all feel like so behind. Like, everything that we want, we should have had it 5 years ago, or everything we want, we should have had it 10 years ago. And I do understand that that's not always realistic, but it does not stop the fact that I had a fucking plan and I should have had this shit 5 years ago, and feeling behind is so frustrating. So how do we deal with feeling behind? Like, what do we do? And let's take a caveat to not only feeling behind, but then as a black woman, you feel behind and then you feel ahead of your male counterparts. No offense, and I feel so bad. Maybe I'm just not in the vicinity of the men who are not. See? I'll try not to say anything to hurt anybody's feelings, but whatever. Because I feel behind personally, because there's so much stuff I want. I should have been a millionaire by now. The millions are coming, right? And then beyond me feeling behind personally, I'm feeling ahead of my black male counterparts who, again, I'm behind in the fact that majority of the ones who are on my level or exceeding my level, they do not want a me. They do not want a black girl. They want something else that they feel like is a better
Representation of status.
yeah, better status representation, because they have been brainwashed in their own way to feel as if a black woman is not that status representation. And yes, we did have Michelle Obama for a brief moment, right? And that she was definitely an outlier, right? She was a dark-skinned black woman who was married to an amazing black man, and that was it. That was all. That was our only representation of that. But then, even then, in their relationship, she was ahead of him when they got together. So it's just like, damn, because I don't recall what age they were when they made it official, but at this big age, at 30 something, mind your business. I can't see myself training a man, like, and men do not respect the training. But even if you do know more than them, even if you have been around the block 50,000 times and you know people and you can help them with things, they don't respect the training, and they feel like once they get to the spot in which they want to be, they feel like, wow, well, I can give me a better girl now. Like, I can give me something better than what I currently have. And that's completely ridiculous. But it's the way the cookie crumbles. And then I feel like black men are, I don't want to say a prize at all. I say women in other cultures of lower statuses are totally fine with having a relationship with a black male who has his stuff together. And a black male is totally fine with being in a relationship with them once they have their stuff together, because that gives them that extra push up. I don't know. And I really don't want to think in a way that is downing my community or downing our situation. I just totally wish that, insert Dr. Umar clip. I wish that y'all would just stand up for us or be with us. And I mean, I get it, because even the Dr. Umars are out here clowning in their real life. But I think the messages that they're sending are solid. Like the messages that he's sending, that black men should try to procreate and have relationships with black women who have been here supporting them. You shouldn't turn your back on your support system. But a lot of black men feel as if black women didn't support them in the way in which they wanted or needed back in the day, and they can't get over that. So with that being said, I hope they get some type of help and healing. And I don't know. But yeah, feeling ahead as a black woman just leads to loneliness. Just like the girl was saying, all the Galentine's hoes is lonely. Yeah, bitch, I'm a little lonely sometimes, because I don't want to be with a nigga like you got. I don't want to be with nobody who's out here texting other girls. I don't want to be with no hoe. I don't want to be with somebody who I have to mother. I don't want to have to be with somebody who I have to raise. I don't want to be with somebody who I have to raise all their kids. Like, I don't know. That's fucked up to say. Because maybe if I get with a guy who's doing great and he has some children, maybe I'll go along with that. But I'm sorry. I'm just not. And it's really messed up, because I'm at the age in which I should be a stepmom. I should be like, okay, I'll be a stepmom. But I don't want to be with no man who's like literally looking for a stepmom. You got 3 kids, 3 baby mamas, and now you want me to come in and bring your family together. Do it yourself. Yeah, do it yourself. Or at this point, just have a harem, because the girls don't care that much. No. They care. I'm sorry, ladies. Meant to that guy. I'm sorry to him too. I don't know. Find you some girls who's okay with living in a harem. But with that being said, yes, I'm feeling behind. It does get a little lonely, but I feel like my man is on the way. And if not, I'm gonna be a happy ass lonely girl on the weekends. Okay, I'll be all right. But with that being said, I'm gonna put this away because this shit is pissing me off. My last topic was, is the soft life a myth? I don't know. know, and I hate that because I want to say no. I want to say no. I want to say no. But I feel like once you really do your investigation on the soft life, it's not as soft as it gives. And sometimes, what do you really have to give up to live a life that's that soft?
Let's define soft life. Does soft
Right, right.
include a man? Here.
Damn. I feel like I have two versions of my soft life. I have a version that includes a man, for sure.
Of course. That's like the general one.
Yeah.
But can you live a self-sufficient soft life?
Can you live a self-sufficient soft life? In a way, because half the time your life is not soft because you're outside, you're getting it done, you're doing the work, like for real. Like, let's take Cardi B into account, right? Okay. She was pregnant. She was out there working. She was promoting for a damn tour. Does she probably have a soft life when she goes home and enjoys her family? Yeah. But when she's at work, like, that shit is work. And even though it seems so glamorous to be a celebrity, that lady is working her ass off to a level in which I feel like a lot of people don't even understand. Like, what? You're 9 months pregnant? I'm not even pregnant, and I can't even fathom doing all that shit, being tired, just literally just pushing to make sure you and your kids have a great life. And is her life soft? Yes. But it's some hard parts in there when the man is not just the one providing the soft life. So, I don't know. Can you provide yourself your own soft life? You have to work real hard in the beginning. Save up like $200 million and then coast, right? Then you won't have to work. You can just do what you want to do. But beyond that, I feel like soft life includes a man or a woman who's helping you out. And my friend asked me, would you ever step to the bad side? I'm sorry. No. I didn't. If I was going to step to the bad side, and not calling it a bad side, but you guys know what I mean. If I was going to switch teams, I should have did that a long time ago. At this point, I'm locked in. I'm ready to go. And if it don't happen, if it don't work, if the coach do not put me in the game, I am on the sidelines. I'm being benched. But I am still a part of the team, okay? I am still a part of the team, even if I'm being benched. Well, I need a soft life coach then. Yeah, I'm going to need a soft life coach. I'm going to need somebody to work it on up and then help me, just like coach me on how I can put my systems in place, and then just coach me on how I can keep it going. Because right now, the only reason why that will be hard for me to do is because I just don't know how to do it. So like with a coach or a mentor, that would be great. I'm currently looking for a mentor in podcasting because I feel like, okay, I need some help. Like, I need somebody to coach me up to how are you guys doing this? How are you figuring it out? Because I met people who could be a coach? Of course. But I live in Chicago, a place where nobody wants to help anybody. So with that being said, no one helped me. And we're just out here getting it out the mud on our own. So with that being said, I would not mind having a mentor. And I don't know what I would have to do for my mentor. I can't do nothing strange for the change. But I could possibly, I don't know what I would have to give to them. Maybe it'd be money, whatever. But I would not mind having a damn podcasting coach and then also like a soft life coach. Please help me, somebody. But with that being said, I hope you guys are having a wonderful new year. I hope 2026 is treating you so well. If you did partake in a Valentine's Day, don't feel bad. If you are lonely, it's okay. Everybody gets lonely sometimes. It's normal. Everybody gets jealous. Everybody gets the attitude. So with that being said, keep being you. Keep working on those plans and those systems. If you know somebody who could be my soft life coach, let me know. If you know somebody who could contribute to my soft life before the coach, give me something, in the beginning. I would not mind that. But with that being said, thank you guys so much. Happy New Year, and we'll see you soon. Until next time, peace out. Such a millennial.